Good evening. Welcome to Woodson's Back to School Night for the school year 2021-2022. I'm Lynn Schmatter. I'm your student's geometry honors teacher. I also teach leadership at Woodson. This is my 12th year to teach at Woodson, my 9th year teaching geometry honors. I am a career switcher. I had a career as an engineer for 15 years prior to becoming a teacher. Welcome to class. What is geometry? Geometry is the examination of shapes, their properties, and relationships. Geometry is closely connected with other branches of mathematics such as algebra, logic, probability, and trig. And we will do some of all of these things, especially algebra, in our geometry honors course this year. Geometry Honors is a rigorous course in which students will develop problem-solving skills and a deep understanding of logical proof development. As a matter of fact, we just started Unit 2 today, and this is the unit in which we learn how to use logic to develop proof. So you will hear your kids talking about this in the very near future. Good and consistent study habits are essential for success in this demanding course. I often find in teaching freshmen that this is one of the more difficult things for them to learn how to do, and that is to study properly. Some of them have had a history of not ever really needing to study. This is the first time that they've actually had to apply themselves in that way, and so they really just don't know how. So we do work on that quite a bit. You may have noticed that I have them making flashcards for all the definitions, postulates, and theorems in the course, and they need to study those routinely as well as consistently working problems. Your students should already have a binder dedicated to just geometry honors. They should have about 4 tabs in that binder. I have discussed with them what those tabs are for. I will post something in Schoology if any of you would like to know how their binders should be set up. In the binders, they should have extra paper, both ruled and graph paper. They should have pencils, colored, and just regular number 2 pencils. They should have a compass and a straight edge by now. We are already doing construction, so if your child doesn't have a compass and straight edge, that means they've been borrowing them from me, and it would be extremely helpful to them if they had their own so they could continue to practice at home. In the second semester, your child is going to need a graphing calculator. I'll use a TI-84 Plus in the classroom, and I have an app for my computer, so all the demos I do in class in which we need a computer, that's what I'll be using. If you can't get a TI-84 Plus, there may be a few that we can check out to students at school. Let me know if you think that that might be something that you need. And if we don't have calculators for checking out, the kids can always access Desmos on their computers. And speaking of computers, if you could please remind your child to charge his or her computer every night, that would be extremely helpful. Also in the binder, I need the kids to keep all their graded papers. They'll need those. At the end of the year, we do a little project with all the graded tests that they've gotten back. But throughout the year, they'll need their quizzes and tests to continue to study for other exams as we go. Attendance. I religiously take attendance at the beginning of each class. If a student comes in late after I've taken attendance, then chances are I've already marked that student as unverified. If you get a call from the school saying that your child was not in my class, then perhaps they did arrive and I just haven't had a chance to change the attendance. Of course, I don't have time to do it during class. Sometimes I don't get a chance to do it until the end of the day. If you get that voicemail and you want to contact me to see if your child was present, then please just understand that I may not be able to answer your email until late in the day. All right, what if your child is absent? Well, the good news is Each unit is pre-planned. I give the kids an assignment sheet for the entire unit. We have a flipped classroom. If you don't know what that is, please feel free to observe what your kids are doing at night. They're watching the lessons that I've recorded and uploaded to YouTube, and then we work the homework problems in class. So this makes it really nice when kids are absent. They're able to keep up just by looking at the assignment sheet and watching the lessons on YouTube. It's essential that they check Schoology and the assignment sheet each day to stay on track. And I've got a sample assignment sheet on the next page. Here is the sample assignment sheet. There is a copy of this for each unit in Schoology if you want to access that. If you don't know your way around Schoology, ask your child to show you around. And my next two slides are on how I have my Schoology course set up. What you'll see when you log in there is, of course, Geometry Honors here. And I have a course administration folder. I have Unit 1. We finished Unit 1, so you'll see I've got that folder and then the Unit 2 folder in there. On the next slide, I'm going to open the Unit 1 folder for you so you can see what's inside of there. Here's that assignment sheet that I talked about just a minute ago. Then here's the playlist, all the lessons on YouTube. Here's the notes that they need, the classwork packet, really everything they could possibly need to do the things they need to do will be in Schoology. And of course, I always encourage them to email me if there's something that I have forgotten to put there. I do sometimes forget things. All right, we will do most of our assessments and assignments on pencil and paper. Thank goodness we're able to do that again this year. But occasionally we'll do some digital quizzes and assignments, and those will be posted in Schoology as well. If you, again, are in Schoology, if you'll open up the course administration information folder, that's where you'll find my contact information and our course syllabus. I strongly encourage you to read the syllabus with your child. If you need to contact me, I would prefer email, and here's my email address, plschmatter@fcps.edu. Here's my phone number. Just please know that the phone does not ring into our classrooms during the day, and please allow me to have at least 48 hours to respond to your emails or phone calls. And finally, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I wanted to post this link to my YouTube channel in case any of you would like to see the lessons that we're teaching. They're all there, units 1 through 12. You can click on the link or you can scan the QR code here and check us out on YouTube. And finally, alternative resources. We do have Math Honor Society tutoring. I'll post more about those hours. It hasn't started yet, but it will soon. Of course, Khan Academy is a great resource. All your kids have a textbook that I issued to them on the first day, and we do use MathSpace from time to time. Thank you again so much for joining us, and please let me know if I can clarify anything. And lastly, if you can possibly send some tissues in for our class, it would be greatly appreciated. Have a nice evening.